Welcome back to the Valencia Career Mode here on FC26. We are looking to make some signings today with our rather large budget. We've signed some players already and spent most of our budget to then have a couple of release clauses triggered and now end up with more money than we started with. So we needed to make a decision, and you guys needed to make a decision as to whether to leave Fati out wide and sign a cam and a striker, or move Fati to cam and sign a winger and a striker. You can probably tell from the way that I'm lined up there that we have made a decision. So Ansu Fati is being currently trained as a cam. That will take 8 weeks. So I'm looking to sign a left winger and a striker. With my current budget of €98 million, we have a bit of strength behind us financially. Barış Yilmaz was by far the most popular option for you guys in the comment section, so he will be the winger that we will be signing. There was a decision to be made as to whether he might be the striker, but with him having only 77 composure and 79 finishing, and having inside forward plus already as a left winger, he's going on the left. So then the decision was, what do we do at striker? And obviously, we've got 4 players here on the list. Pavlidis, Iozi, Keane and Jackson. And it's probably going to be a controversial decision. But having said that, you now know which one I'm probably going to choose. Iozi Perez is probably going to come from Villarreal to Valencia. Going this way and then back that way is Arnal Danjuma in real life, and now this save as well. And we're going to look to replace him with Iozi Perez. €27.5 million. Reckon I can get it done for about 30. Barış Yilmaz is valued at 36. So I reckon I can get it done for about 45, probably. That would leave us with some money left to maybe, although he's very expensive at the minute, think about selling Pepelu and sign Mikel Hauregazar. I think that is something I might like to do as well. So we will see what happens financially after Yilmaz and Iozi are in. Bernabe is a player that would be a bit more of a grower at centre mid. And 76 seems like a very low rating for someone that has stats like that certainly would be able to do a very good job. So I'm intrigued by Bernabe, but evidently Mikel Hauregazar is the obvious. But at the minute, we're concentrating out wide and up top. And at present, we know who we want. So I'll start at valuation here for Yilmaz, and we'll see what they say. 40.5 is only as high as they go. Thank you, please. Let's meet in the middle, shall we, at 38. Say yes. Muchas gracias. Galatasaray look like they're going to sell Barış Yilmaz to us. He's on €67,000 a week at Galatasaray. Nagala probably pay quite well. He's going to come in at crucial. We'll offer him a 4-year deal. I wouldn't really be looking to give him too much of a wage rise. Give him a 90 million release clause, which they're happy with. Nice. And then I don't really think I'm going to be offering him too much more than what he's currently on. Might negotiate from here. They're just quite happy to sign it. Barış Yilmaz is in. We have a new inside forward for the left-hand side of the front line. Now we just need the new actual point head of the front line. And I am going to do, or at least attempt to, and see if I can get done, Iozi Perez. It's a left field signing, which we tend to prefer on the channel. And one that, considering his age, I wouldn't necessarily be able to do again in latter saves more regularly. So I'm going to try and get Iozi Perez in. Let's see if we can do this for about €30 million or less. I'll offer. They said I could get it maybe done for slightly undervaluation, so I'll offer 27. They have gone upwards significantly from there. Let's try valuation itself. Would you let me have Iozi Perez for valuation? 32.9. They are coming down. So let's just do 31 then. 32.9, they seem quite settled at. How about 32 then? No, all right, 32.9 it is. They're very adamant. €32.9 million is the least that they will let him leave for. He's currently on €59,000 a week. Would also want Crucial. Would also absolutely have Crucial. We'll offer him just a 2-year deal. And release clause of like 50. They might negotiate that a little bit. No, they're happy with 50. All right. Suits me down the ground. If he leaves for 50 at some point next season, then that's banging. And, well, he wasn't one of Villarreal's best goal scorers last year. He's happy with 55,000. A little bit of a pay cut to come to Valencia to start for us because he wasn't starting for Villarreal last year. They were preferring Mauro Icardi and Mikel Tadze. David De Gea welcomes into the game wearing hot pants by the looks of things. What are you doing, David? That's our 2 major marquee signings done right at the very beginning of the day. And now we can look to crack on with the rest of the window and the start of the season and see exactly what's going to transpire from there. We've got 21 million left. Pepelu's only valued at about 15. So I wouldn't be able to raise enough to sign the guy from Bilbao as it stands. So that might have to wait till January or next season. So we will play that one by ear. But for now, I'm going to plough on towards the first game of the season against Celta. And we'll see what happens with regards the rest of the transfer window. Right, okay, well, we've just beaten Villa in a pre-season friendly by 3-0, which is great. But now it looks like we're going to lose Diego Lopez for 71.3 million to Atleti. Oh, we are getting poached for having a good season, aren't we? Diego Lopez was the standout star last year. But for 71.3 million euro, I would be able to replace him. Ah, that does suck, though. But such is life at a Spanish club where release clauses are the norm, and I believe a legal requirement, or a league requirement. That might help free up the money to do a Pepelu deal, though, potentially. So we'll have a look. Did Diego Lopez say something? Hi, boss. I actually had another off lined up, not against staying either. So I'm still open to negotiations. So Lopez is open to negotiations, even though Atleti have come in for him. In which case, from a in-save realism point of view, I'd say screw Atleti, I want to keep him. If he's open to staying, then I'm open to keeping him. That one conversation is going to make the difference. Diego Lopez is happy to stay if we offer him a good deal. He's currently on 33,000. I mean, look, his market value shot up to 60.5 because he was so good last year. So that release clause is pretty unfortunate for us in the first place. Crucial, of course. We'll add a 1-year extension to it. Release clause we'll put in at 140 million euro. And they're happy with that. And he doesn't want that much of a wage rise. We will give him a sizable wage rise to justify sacking Atleti off. 70 grand a week, Diego. Diego Lopez stays. And that is solely because of that conversational message. And I'm glad I went back to check it now. Otherwise, we'd be looking for a new right winger. Atletico Madrid can do one with their manager, with his job being under threat at the minute as well. Hi, boss. Good to see you. Just wanted to say it's great for my confidence to know you still value what I can bring to the team. We do very much respect Diego Lopez. He was one of the surprise packages of last season. And if I show you the manager market, I can show you that. Diego Simeone's job is very insecure right now. Whereas everything at Valencia at the minute is very stable. And we look like we're moving forwards as a team. Atleti finished in 4th. Betis finished in 3rd. So they do have Champions League football, but it's not. He was happy to stay. Ultimately, in the realism of the save, he was happy to stay and came to me and said he was happy to stay. So he stays. Now, what in the what? What's in the what? What's in the what? He's just signed a new contract. And now Liverpool want to give me Salah? What's in the what? Right. Go on then. Yeah, I'll have Mo Salah. I'll take Mo off your hands. I can't. Oh. What in the world? What in the world? Okay. Well, bye, Diego. I can't turn that down. Lopez sold. Gone. Lads. We don't know that we've brought in the players we need to strengthen the team. What are you talking about, Jose? Ladies and gentlemen, on the right-hand side, we now have Mo Salah. Yeah, that'll do. Don't care if he's not got pace anymore. He's friggin' deadly. Right, Jose Guy has been approached by Newcastle. We are getting just gutted. 40 million euro. Mr. Barcelona might be on his way. Although, I'm still open to staying. Right, okay. Jose Guy, you're getting a new contract. Mr. Valencia is going to stay. I've recently negotiated a new deal with him. It won't let me. Great. All right. Gaia is not going to stay. I'm going to need a left back. Mr. Valencia is no longer Mr. Valencia. He's gone to Newcastle for 40 million euro. Meaning we need a left back. Now I've got, or I will probably have, a fairly sizable budget to do that. Gaia 34.3 has been added to my budget. Meaning I have 74 million euro to sign a left back. Well, we might actually get the Pepelu deal done today then. What is happening? This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, let's go and find a left back then. Andrea Cambiasso, I think, is what we're going to do. We looked at him at Palace, so I'm already quite familiar with him. And with the fact they've got Kirkes and Cucurella as well. Yeah, Andrea Cambiasso is going to be coming to Valencia. In fact, contract expiring in 10 months and interest from Brighton as well. Yeah, I'm down. I reckon I can get him for 19. I mean, we might yet get the centre mid from... Done. We might yet get the centre mid from Bilbao. Okay, important, yes. He's on 105 grand a week, which is a lot. 3-year deal for you, mate. Got an in-game face as well, which is great. I'm going to have to counter that with a release clause. What am I paying? 19 or so, but we'll go 60. 53.3, I'm fine with that. And wage-wise, 85? Right then. So Andrea Cambiasso's coming. This has been a mental window. Right. Now let me try and swap Pepelu plus some money for Haure Gazar then. Their asking price has gone up again. They want 75.9. I don't know if I've got the minerals for that, mate. Midfielders. Pepperloo, valued at 14. For transfer fee, 14 plus 40. It's 54 valuation. That's 45. 49.2. Oh! Wah, 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 wah. It might be happening. I'm going to try and save as much as I can to be able to afford his wages. But this Valencia side might be becoming potential title challengers this year. And most of it is not through my own doing. Most of it is from other clubs poaching my players, forcing me to make changes. Release clause of 120, which they're happy with. And wages of 65, which we can afford. And he's happy to sign. Right, I've spent every single penny now then, I think. Unbelievable, Jeff. Harry Gazar for Pepperloo plus 46 million euro. I can't quite cope with how this window is going right now. This is ridiculous. Right, so Harry Gazar's in, as is Fatty, Iozi, Yilmaz and Salah. Javi Guerra is the only remaining player from my front six. What is life? This is unbelievable. Right. Okay. Correa, Boyomo, Javi Guerra. 3. 3 players remain from last year's starting 11. That's it. Oh. That's intriguing then. What have I got left? 2 million. That should cover any potential contract talks later in the season, as is referring to in chat. Rabber and Santa Maria just aren't going anywhere now, unfortunately, but it is what it is on that front with the bugs. Right, should we go and play Celta Vigo and see how well this team plays? I bet Diego Lopez is now like 87 rated. Blanco in goal for Celta here. 3-4-3 for them. Nunez, Starfelt, Beltran in the midfield. Iglesias, Borja Iglesias leads the line for them. Intrigued to see how this 3-back plays. Uno Nunez is actually a decent centre-back. Marcos Alonso, I didn't notice actually in their back line. Well, Mohamed Salah's... It's everybody's debut. Literally, almost everybody in the starting lineup is making their debut right now. And the first man to make a notable introduction is Boyomo, who isn't one of the debutants. We have an unbelievable side now, and we are in contention for, surely, the La Liga title. Ansu Fati scores 3 minutes 46 seconds into his debut. We lead by a goal to 0. We might have some fun this year. Borja Iglesias over the top. Couldn't quite get to it. Allende. Oh, the dummy. Right, okay. We're going to have a lot of fun this season. But seemingly, so are our opponents. That dummy from Iglesias sold me properly. I committed with Boyomo, and he's just let it run. It's a great finish too. He did score a very good goal against us last season, Borja Iglesias. David De Gea, no clean sheet on his debut. We're 1-1. Win this header. Good. Mariba. Oh, he's done me. Valentin Gomez is there, thankfully. Right. Well, an intriguing start to this second La Liga season. Looking for Ansu Fati in acres of space here. And through there's Iozi Perez, who surely breaks the keeper's arm with a shot power behind it. A goal on debut! Iozi Perez makes it 2-1. Good movement. Ansu Fati with a goal and assist on debut. And there's not really much the goalkeeper could have done about that. Salah's intercepted with the hand. Free kick Celta. Borja Iglesias is looking slightly short, I think, actually. Yeah, he has done. Starfelt quickly into Hugo Alvarez and Eli Mariba. Picked off by Correa. Trying to get that back to the keeper. All of those passes were meant for the keeper. Thankfully, they didn't intercept any of them. Carlos Augusto. Where are you going? Around that corner to Carrera's the answer. He's going back in there to Mariba. This is decent from Celta, but thankfully, I don't know whether the wind got hold of that or whether it just had a big amount of curl and whip on the cross, but it definitely moved towards De Gea in the air. And I'm very thankful for that because Iglesias is probably very good in the air as well. Here's Allende down the left-hand side. Celta are not giving up on this, are they? Fran Beltran, Mariba, and Boyomo's in the way. Fati, Iosi, space for Yilmaz. Let's see what those legs are all about, sir. Fati, Yilmaz. Oh, that is not a great touch, but he's found the cross at least. Salah wins the header, and Jauregui Gazar forces the save out of Blanco. Good move. Ansu Fati looking for a second assist. And he very nearly had it. Marcos Alonso, Carrera, Carlos Augusto, and Mieso does really well. Well, it's not been... All right, Fran, can you intercept that and stop it dead at your feet with a shot past that powerful, are you? It's not been a... Oh, what a ball through. David De Gea! Not been an unbelievable start to the season. We have had chances to score more than we have done. And that's really their only chance to score more than they have done. But it's been a promising start to the season for sure. Starfelt through the gap. Fran Beltran with options. Get Javi Guerra involved here into the 90th minute. All over to Duran. Away, please. Well up, Valentin. And just bring it down and keep it away from them. There we go. A 2-1 win away from home against Celta Vigo is less dramatic than the opening 7 minutes would have suggested. But a win is a win, and we start on the front foot this year. Oh. No, can we please just calm down a little bit? Vallecano at home should be pretty straightforward, one imagines. Correct? Agreed. So this should be a relatively comfortable simmer. And dubber. Dub. De raw. Alright, good. I mean, it's Vallecano at home with the team that we have. You absolutely understand why I simmed that. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Gomez is growing well and hopefully will be up a rating very soon. Right. Bloody hell. Eric Sanchez has had his release clause triggered. Does he want to stay? Well, it seems everybody at the minute that has their release clause triggered is open to staying, but will it let me offer him a new contract? Because it didn't let me do that with Jose Gaya. Yes, it will. So we will look to keep Eric Sanchez here at the club because he is going to be an important player for the squad for the remainder of this save. We'll put an 85 million euro release clause in there. 58.7. Right, okay. That's a bit lower than I was hoping for, but 65 million would be fine, if you'll agree that. 58.7. Right, how about 63.5 then? Is that within the 10%? It is. 63.5 I'd absolutely be happy with. And you can have a little bit of a pay rise, but I'll be honest, I shouldn't need to give Eric Sanchez too much of a boost with regards to his wages. Just the reinforcement of his importance to the squad is enough to warrant the renewal of contract and the denial of the sale. Right, we're top of the table with our... No, we're not. We're fifth in the table now. Homesick player. Boss, I'm feeling homesick and struggling to adjust to life in Valencia. This has been the first time I've been away from home for so long. Is there anything you think can be done to help me cope? I signed this guy from a Spanish club. Help him settle. Why don't you let us know what your favourite... Oh, we could cook him food or we could tell him to focus. Well, there's no harm in cooking a meal for him, is there? We'll cook a meal for him. If it was something like sign someone from a certain nationality, then that would absolutely have changed things. But just cooking a meal for a man is pretty straightforward and an easy resolution to that, isn't it? So I'm quite happy that we're sorted there. It's a little bit odd that Gomez came to me after being at Betis for as long as he was, complaining. All right, what nationality is he? He's Argentinian. So I get why, if you sign him from Argentina, that he might be homesick. But he'd been at Betis for a little while, so it feels a little bit odd. Spurs bid for Correa. 20 million? No. You meet his release clause or he goes nowhere. Eibar then with him in goal. I'm not going to try and read that quickly. A lot of long names. Villa, that's easy to say. And Arnaif up top for them at striker. The goalkeeper was Jon Magunagoita. Yep, easy for you to say quickly. We shall call him John. Absolutely John is what he's going to be. Right, a few changes actually to my starting lineup from the first game. Puedo starts up top. We've got Sanchez in midfield, Frances at centre-back and Tobias at right-back. They're the changes we made from match day 1 and 2. Madder, well in, Cambiasso, nicely done. There's a bit of a gap here. Yilmaz, Fati, space again. Looking for Salah. It's Mo Salah. It's a good save. I tried to just finesse it. He's got finesse shot plus. So, or not finesse shot plus. Finesse shot playstyle plus. So I thought, if I just finesse this, it's definitely going in. I was mistaken. Good save by the keeper from the header from the corner as well. Eibar not just going to roll over because this new star-studded Valencia side have arrived in town. They're actually going to fight tooth and nail for everything, which is annoying because I'd rather they just rolled over. Cambiasso and Harry Gazar and Fati. Fati's been really good at cam so far, I have to be honest. Oh, it's a great delivery, please. Javier! Javier, please! Oh, mate. He's 6 foot off the floor, horizontal. And he's missed the target. We should be 2-0 up. Frances is just in the way of that. Really much more he needed to do. Ansu Fati's got players on his shoulder. Give that to Eric Sanchez. Then look for... Well, Salah was the intention. Prado just needed to find a little bit of space. And he could have looked for Salah himself. Well, Eibar so far... really very much holding their own. They're defensively solid enough. Here's Madder. He's going to have support back here as well now. Oh, that's really poor. That's really poor. They might not get a better opportunity. Eric Sanchez looking for Salah. Mo Salah. Support. Eric Sanchez. Oh, why has you shot that with your right? I'm sure he's left-footed. Oh, no, he's not, is he? I always thought he was left-footed, and he's not. He's right-footed. That's annoying. I've screwed myself there. Tobias looking to track back. Eibar, at the minute, deserve their points that they, at the moment, are getting. Tony Villa. Eric Sanchez. Very good. Salah. Let's work it. Fati's movement's really good. He's always looking for space. I love that. It's the thing that stood out about him most so far. Prado looking for Salah. Onside, I think. Mo Salah squaring it across. And, well, John just had to stand there in the end. Fati nearly got an assist from a corner earlier in the game. Does have an assist from a corner now. Valentin Gomez celebrates his favourite meal with a goal. His first for the club, the first of the game, and hopefully more to come. 1-0. Cool pass. Floated and away by Frances. I'll have that back, thank you. Alright, you can have it back then. Cool pass. Willie, Andrea. Forcefully done. Keeps the ball as well. Get Yilmaz to go again. Ansu Fati is the one that's doing the most running. Couldn't find anybody. Didn't see the time, actually. Probably should have just looked after possession a little bit better than that. Korpas with the ball through. This is building nicely for for Hybart. And Frances on debut makes a very important interception, and now we will look after the ball and we will get the 1-0 win, he says. Immediately we have that intercepted. Well, in the 2 played games we get 2 victories. But we are going to have to play better when we play the big boys if we're to guarantee victories in those games as well. 7 points to start the season is good enough. We would have liked 9, obviously, with Vallecano being the one simmer at home, and certainly should have gone better than it did. But, well, it's Barcelona next, so, yeah, we will find out how we get on against the big boys immediately in the next episode. Frances celebrates his debut and clean sheet by being a plus, and we'll go to deadline day and see if there's anything left to happen on this absolutely ridiculous day of days. So as we approach deadline day, well, I say we approach, we're on deadline day. Füllkrug has moved to Rangers from West Ham. A 33-year-old Niklas Füllkrug is on his way. They're the biggest deals of the day so far, until Mora moves to Villarreal at left back for £32.2 million. This is going to be someone removing their bid for the player that we can't sell. Apparently Vivian might be leaving Bilbao to go to Arsenal. I'd be very pleased if he did. Terrier has gone to Brentford. That's a good one. Carmona to Spurs is an intriguing one. They were, of course, Spurs in for Thierry Correa. We said no, and now they've gone and signed someone else. So they still were definitely in for a right back. David Raya goes to PSG. Arsenal weakened between the sticks. I don't know who else they might potentially have in that position, if anyone of note. Bas moves from Ajax to Midland. But we've got a third offer. A bid for Capete from Aston Villa, which we'll turn down. Capete is going to be a good squad player for us this year. Before I forget, I'm actually intrigued to see who Arsenal have in goal now, because surely that's going to significantly weaken them unless they've made a very good signing already themselves. Unai Simon. They've made a very good signing already themselves. Fair enough. GG's. Probably would have preferred David Raya, though, in all honesty. Vivian has moved to Arsenal for quite a large amount of money. €92.6 million. That'll be the biggest one of the day then, won't it? Deary me. Continued bids for those that are bugged falling through. Serginho Dest has moved to Bayern. Matty Cash comes to La Liga to join Celta. That's a left field one. Fran Garcia, who we had on loan last year from Real Madrid, who we could well have gone to sign a left back when we lost Jose Gaya, has moved to Nottingham Forest in this save now. 31.2 million. Thijs de Linge has gone to Porto. No idea who that young goalkeeper is from Barcelona. He's gone to Lorient though. Badiashile goes on loan to Mönchengladbach. 2 unread emails here now. A Greenwich bid withdrawn. I don't even know we had a bid for a Greenwich in the first place. Anything late in the day? Yes, Moussa Diaby back to Europe, to Inter Milan from the wilderness for €77.5 million, which is quite the sizable deal. Well, a more intriguing transfer window for everyone else than expected. But that would be an understatement for ourselves, wouldn't it? That is quite simply... Who are you? I wondered whether it was some sort of region. Willian Pacho moves to Barcelona for €119.7 million. As Jules Koundé has gone to Leverkusen for 110. Fardiol to Napoli. Foden to PSG. Gula to West Ham. What? Kirkju to Leipzig. Diallo we saw. Marcus Thuram to Barcelona, so he'll probably be starting for them in the next game then, won't he? Anthony Gordon is signed for Inter as well, as they're making big signings themselves. Cucurella we saw go to Juventus. Samu to Monaco. Samu we looked at potentially buying when we were looking for striker. Boniface has gone to Newcastle. Lewis Hall to Arsenal. Lukeba to Bilbao. Hendrick's gone to Bournemouth. All right. Bayer to Fulham. Maybe I should have signed Bayer then. He scored like 17, 18 goals for Dortmund in the Bundesliga last year. So I said, well, we won't sign him then because he's first team at Dortmund. Now he's gone to Fulham. Zaire Emery is now a Real Madrid man. Intriguing. Pavard to Palace. Semenyo is now in La Liga as well. Alexandro has moved to Marseille within France. Calafiori to Bayern. Malagusto to Bologna. Kouliarakis to Getafe. David Raum is a good signing for AC Milan. Conor Bradley to Sociedad. Giovanni Kenda to Brentford. That's an intriguing one. Isn't he already supposed to be moving somewhere else in real life? Not sure. Yilmaz was me. And Di to Roma. Lenny Yoro to Bayern. Kim Min-jae leaves Bayern to go to Wolfsburg. And Kuba Minter to Lille. It's been a crazy transfer window all round then. Mainly with us though. That is certainly the most insane transfer window I can recall us ever having. A Mo Salah part exchange is probably the most ridiculous transfer I've ever been presented with from the AI. It's certainly up there unless you can think of something else. That's all from me though for today. Thank you very much for watching. Do join me on stream for more over the next 24 hours or so. Of course, we'll be live tomorrow here on YouTube and of course on Twitch and Kick as well, depending on your preferred platform for your viewing preferences. But that's all from me for today for now. Thank you very much for watching. That was pretty insane. I'll see you tomorrow.